How is a real estate market in the summer? You'll want to stay on and watch. According to the latest article in Realtor.com, we are sort of in a summer slump. And there's several reasons why this is happening. It doesn't mean that it's all bad. I mean, there's still a lot of transactions happening. We are, for our team, it has been 2.5 months of really busy market in both representing the seller side and the buyer side. So I am not at all saying that nothing is happening and there's no movement in the real estate market, but there's some components that when you stay on and watch this video all the way to the end, you're going to learn that there are some ingredients and some components in the marketplace that does shift things, okay? So the first part that is important for you to know is we're still in the 6 to 7.5% interest rate range for buyers. Now that makes it tough for buyers to really just take a jump into especially the high-end property. We're not seeing a lot of overbidding, and if we do, the appraisal sort of corrects that if there is no previous sold comp to support it. So with that, buyers are picky, right? They're picking and choosing for the best bang for their bucks. Rightfully so, because it's costing more money right now to borrow money, to purchase a home. So there are 3 reasons that I want to share with you on this video of why we're kind of in a summer slump in the real estate market. And I'm speaking nationwide, first of all, and then I'm going to speak about the local market that we're in, okay? Challenge number 1. There aren't enough homes for sale. The number of new listings is down 25.7% from June 2022 to this year. So we don't have as many homes on the market. According to Daniel Hale, the chief economist of Realtor.com, homes are sitting for longer. We're just not seeing as many homes cycle through the market this year. As we move into late summer and early fall, we might see even fewer homes on the market. Now, granted, because, as I mentioned before, buyers are much more picky with the home that they're willing to submit an offer on because it's costing them more. But I will tell you that for the homes that are move-in ready in desirable area at a right price range for most first-time buyers, they're still moving very quickly. In a typical year, there would be about 5.5 million existing home sales, which don't include new construction. A really good year could be north of 6 million sales, but there are expected to be only about 4.2 million home sales this year, according to the Realtor.com mid-year housing forecast. Challenge number 2. Mortgage rates are still high. Now, the economists have anticipated that mortgage rates are not going to change anytime soon. They're going to remain kind of in the 6% until the Feds cut the rates, which is not anticipated anytime this year. If you find this content valuable, you want to hit subscribe and the bell notification so you don't miss future videos. We're finding that in the higher price range homes, prices are declining a bit. Not so much in the entry level home. So for example, in American Canyon from the 500 range into the mid 600 range, prices are still holding steady. When you go into the high 700 into the low 800 to mid 800, we start to see more of the price decline in our marketplace. Now in Vallejo, the starting price range could be in the high 400s, and it's still very competitive. We're still seeing multiple offers happening, and we're still seeing the value of the homes even in the mid 500s are still holding strong, and there's still a lot of multiple offers happening there as well. in a lot of marketplaces, there's not an anticipation of home prices going up. But because the lack of inventory, literally nationwide, there's still competitiveness in buyers desiring and submitting offers. I can talk to you about the local market in Vallejo and in American Canyon. We still see multiple offers, again, in the competitive price range, in the first-time buyers price range. And again, Vallejo is different than American Canyon, right? But in terms of price range. But there's still multiple offers that we're seeing. They're just, I think the more important thing is once you're in contract, you know, for in our experience in the last couple of months, you really want to make sure that it's the buyer that's going to be able to come through, get through their financing and actually get it done. There's a lot of volatility in a qualified buyer actually having a solid loan. So we really dissect that process and we look at the down payment, we look at the structure of the loan and so on and so forth. As a matter of fact, my next video will kind of go into the breakdown of a structure of a financing that would be considered solid, okay? So there you have it. It's a whole lot going on in the real estate market. There's a lot of moving pieces. It takes a whole lot of really strategy and thinking through and digging deep and asking a lot of questions, a lot of clarifying questions, whether we are representing the seller or the buyer. The ultimate goal is we want to have a solid transaction that is going to get all the way to the closing, right, to the finish line. And that requires a little bit of finessing and hand-holding and following up and asking questions and really holding everyone in their timeline per the contract. So it's definitely not for the faint of heart, but we're holding strong and we are still here happily serving clients and always celebrating the wins for them. Thanks for watching.